hope you're doing great today. Okay, so our brother Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso is currently trending out of control. And I want to let you know straight away that this is not one of those usual trends that you come across where somebody just starts trending and then after a short while they stop trending. No, this is different. This is the start of a historic revolution. This has a strong divine connotation to it. This is historic in every single way you look at it. All my life as a human being, as an African, I have never seen a human being, a man or woman, anyone, unite Africans as much as Ibrahim Traore has now. As you can see, Africans from all over the world, like literally everyone that has got any trace of the African DNA in them, of the African blood running in them, they are outraged, they are enraged, they are angry, and they are right now standing in absolute solidarity with our brother, Ibrahim Traore. I'm talking even African Americans, British Africans, European Africans, Africans from all over, home and abroad. This has never happened before. And the reason this is happening is that Ibrahim Traore is a sign in himself. He is a living, talking, walking sign from God that Africa's time has finally come. How did I know? Do you know how many assassination attempts they have carried out against him? None succeeded. Sometimes when you hear the stories of how he escaped and how he caught the people who were plotting it, doesn't it make you wonder what is going on here? How is it that all these well-planned, well-funded attempts to eliminate this young man is not yielding any fruit? How is it possible? It is because Ibrahim Traore is a sign from God that Africa's time has come. I just wanted you to know that, just to lay the foundations for you so there's no confusion about that. All right? Now, there are stories of things we've never heard done before that are happening, that are getting done now. I have heard with a lot of proof and evidence of Africans from all over Africa, all over the continent, literally volunteering to fight alongside Ibrahim Traore in defense of motherland, in defense of the freed state of Burkina Faso, the freed state of Mali, the freed state of Niger Republic, the only truly independent states, independent countries on the continent of Africa today. The West is not happy. Let me tell you something that will make your blood boil. And this was proven. I looked for the evidence when I heard this, and I found the evidence. Burkina Faso got its independence, so-called independence. I mean, I choose to call those things they call independence colonial charades. There was nothing like independence. But for the sake, for the purposes of this video, we call it independence. In 1960, between 1960 and 2022, when Ibrahim Traore showed up on the scene, the country of Burkina Faso only could boast of about 3,600 kilometers of paved road. The whole country, 3,600 kilometers of paved roads. Like, this is one of the biggest gold producers in Africa. And the French sat on the destiny of this country and vowed never to let them rise. But look what Ibrahim Traore has done now, so that you understand why they are looking for him to kill. Ibrahim Traore has now committed to be constructing at least 5,000 kilometers of road every single year. Not through the time of his first term in office or second term. No, we're talking 5,000 kilometers of paved road every single year. And they are well on course right now. And you know what they did? All the equipment they will use for the construction, they brought them into the country. They didn't go to look for some fancy names in the construction world. They just decided to train and equip and furnish the jobless Burkinabe youths. And then after training them, they handed the construction work over to them. And so as we speak now, as you see roads breaking out everywhere in Burkina Faso, from Ouagadougou, the capital, to everywhere, it is the Burkinabe youths themselves mostly who are building these roads. Jobs, jobs, jobs. Employment, employment, employment. A young man who just showed up on the scene. And so what you're looking at is a situation where in just a few years from now, Burkina Faso is probably going to be one of the most road-connected places in Africa, from having only 3,600 kilometers of road to this. And don't talk about the presidential initiative on agriculture, which Ibrahim Traore introduced, through which he gave a lot of modern equipment, farming equipment, to the farmers, equipped them with every single thing they need to make sure that the nation survives and that the food security of Burkina Faso is assured. And that is well on the way right now as we speak. Don't even talk about education. Don't even talk about what he's doing with the economy. Don't even talk about how this young man decided to kick out. Of course, you already know the story, how he kicked out the colonial powers. He rejected all the wicked offers from IMF and World Bank, the two slave masters that represent the colonial masters on the continent of Africa. These ones are the ones with the whip with which Africa has been punished all these years. They get African countries roped into debts they cannot pay. And the money they are using to rope you into debt are the monies that the corporations have stolen from us. So what Ibrahim did was exactly what Gaddafi had always been praying for and crying for, which is why they killed him. Ibrahim, first of all, kicked out the enemy. Kick out the corporations that are the faces of the colonials on the continent of Africa. And when he did that, what came next? He began to nationalize the natural resources of Burkina Faso. Resource nationalism. I understand from history that Muammar Gaddafi was the one who basically led the Arab world into this way of life, which is why the Arab world today, you wonder why you go to Saudi Arabia, you go to all these Arab countries, all their resources are under the control of the monarchies and the regimes in power. No Western country comes to steal from them. They are under their control. And that's why they're so powerful and so rich. But when it comes to Africa, we got nothing. The colonials have got their legs on our necks. They steal everything and give us a tiny fraction as royalty. That's why the other time I saw the video from the wife of the president of Sierra Leone complaining about the royalty they give to Sierra Leone for the amount of gold that these guys are taking away from the country. It's even worse than a drop in the ocean. There's no way to quantify what these people are doing to Sierra Leone.
Before my husband became the president of Sierra Leone was benefiting they said, what's the word? 0.000.1%. What is that? Basically, a company can take as much as $100 million out of the country in terms of minerals, and then they can just give the country $10,000. Now, what will $10,000 do for our health system? What is $10,000 do for our educational system? And these are the things I believe that are stopping Africa from progressing. We don't have a say. The sense about us celebrating independence, I don't know why we celebrate independence, because we are not free.
When you are on the plane descending down onto Freetown, Sierra Leone, and you look at the topography and look at the beauty that this country is enamored with, the first thing that comes to mind is Singapore, the Singapore of West Africa. But Sierra Leone is anything but Singapore today. Travel to everywhere in Africa, the story is the same. You see the giants, so-called giants called Nigeria. Nigeria is, in fact, ants look at Nigeria and shake their heads in disbelief. This is why they're looking for Ibrahim Traore. The colonials don't know what to do. They are so panicked because they are suddenly realizing that every single thing they killed Muammar Gaddafi for have suddenly resurfaced in the Sahel. All our heroes, Patrice Lumumba that they murdered in cold blood, Thomas Sankara that they killed, Muammar Gaddafi that they framed, called the dog a bad name just to hang it and kill it. All of these people, they never thought that by killing these guys that they were indirectly, unbeknownst to them, they were planting the seeds of their own destruction, the seeds of their own decoupling and devastation on the continent of Africa. This is exactly what has happened right now. Who would have thought that after killing all these our heroes and pouring their bloods, which finally went into the grounds of Africa and germinated because blood is seed, who would have thought that out of nowhere, a Traore would just surface in Burkina Faso, a Goita would just show up in Mali, and Abdurrahmani Chiani will show up in Niger Republic, and there are still so many that are warming up, getting ready to come onto the stage. Because Africa's time of rest, of liberation has come.